You've just stepped into the only place where Hornets sting, Panthers growl, and 49ers try not to blow a fourth quarter lead. Welcome to the Buzz and Roar Show, hosted by a guy who loves sports named Ethan. We're talking Queen City sports with just the right amount of bias and way too much caffeine. Let's get it going.
Welcome to the Buzz and Roar Show. The sensitivity was way up, but welcome to the Buzz and Roar Show. It's another podcast day. Oh my goodness. Guys, I'm hype for that college football series coming up. Of course, I just revealed all the information on it. A little teaser trailer is coming up, but yes, I'm doing a college football series. I cannot reveal much about it, but there's some crazy stuff that's going to be happening soon here on the Buzz and Roar Show. Of course, that college football playoff series will be separate from the Buzz and Roar Show. I think the first episode will be uploaded either December 8th or 9th, depending on when the first college football playoff game is. But once again, more information coming soon on that. I'm not revealing any of it right now. This is the Buzz and Roar Show, though, and I'm excited because the Carolina Panthers have a Monday Night Football primetime matchup. Okay, I have never been more hyped for a Carolina Panthers game in my lifetime. I am so excited. I just realized I'm wearing both the team's colors. That's my bad. I'm wearing a Panthers jersey with a red hoodie. That's terrible. They're playing the 49ers. I should not have done that. Maybe I should go change hoodies, and y'all should just look at a wall. I'm kidding. But, guys, I promise y'all, by the end of December, I will have a green screen and possibly a new mic. I don't know about that. And, of course, by the end of December, this whole college football playoff series that I'm doing called The Road to the Natty will be fully uploaded, and that'll just be so good. It'll be so good. So please stay tuned for that. But welcome to the Buzz and Roar Show. If you're on Spotify, then subscribe to my YouTube channel called capital E Ethan, capital T, the capital B broadcaster. If you're on YouTube, follow me on Spotify, linked in the channel bio or description of this video. Before we start, I have golly, I just stuttered the mess out of it. Geez, I apologize for that. If you would personally like to be on this show, of course, the first second every episode is kickoff, where we do a game every day. So if you would personally like to be on the show, email ethanthebroadcaster@gmail.com. That is ethanthebroadcaster@gmail.com. Or if you go to my YouTube channel's main description on a computer, because for some reason they don't do it on a phone, I don't know why, but if you go to my YouTube channel's main description on a computer, it'll have the email page in my YouTube channel's main description. Oh, and I have an Instagram for the podcast now, all lowercase, @Buzz and Roar Show. Anyways, let's go ahead and start it off now with kickoff here on the Buzz and Roar Show.
Let's dive into the show with a game to start us off. It's kickoff time here on the Buzz and Roar Show. Who's ready? I know I am.
Okay, so the game today is actually going to be a game for you guys, okay? This is going to be a game not for me, but specifically for you guys. Usually it's for me, and, sometimes I have a punishment, like pour some water on my head if I don't get the game correct. But today is a game for you guys, okay? For you guys. I have 10 sounds that I'm about to play. I will not tell you what they are, okay? They are all going to be sports, and I will not tell you what the sounds are. So I have a YouTube video, of course, pulled up here that is about to play 10 sounds, okay? And I will not tell you what those 10 sounds are. What I want you to do, even if you're on Spotify or on YouTube, comment 1 through 10 what sport you think it is. The person who gets the most amount correct will be able to email me or DM me on Instagram. I will determine the winner, by the way, so don't just DM me and say you won. I will determine the winner. But whoever gets the most correct, I will let you guys come on the Buzz and Roar show and shout yourselves out. So, like, and it won't just be for the game either. Like, because, I mean, you get to do that anyways. I let anybody come on to the Buzz and Roar show for the game part, for the kickoff part right here. But for that part, of course, I'm going to let y'all come on for goodness gracious, I'm going to let y'all come on to, like, give me your opinions on the Panthers. Just, like, actually for a whole segment, I'm going to let y'all come on. So it's a little bit different. So let's go ahead and get this started off with sound number 1. All right. Lock in your answers. Pause the video if you need to. Here's the sound 2. This is sound 2. I'll play it again. Hold on. That's sound 1 again. This is sound 2. I'll play it one more time. Sound 2. There you go. Actually, one more time right here. Lock in your answers. Moving on to sound 3. I'll play it one more time. Lock in your answers. All right, sound 4. What was it? Lock it in. I'll play it one more time. Lock it in. All right, sound number 5. We're halfway through. What was it? Lock it in. Pause it if you need to. What was it? This is a really difficult one, I'm going to be honest. That's your hint. It's really difficult. All right. Number 7. Lock it in. I'll play it one more time. Hold on. This is number 9. All right, lock it in. There it is again. And now the final one. Right here. Number 10. All right, I'll play it one more time. Number 10. Last one. Lock it in. Lock all 10 in. All right, that is all 10 sounds. Once again, Just number them 1 through 10, whether you are on Spotify or YouTube. This goes for both. I will check both when I go to check, and I will count up the results whenever it happens. Honestly, I really love that I just did that. That was very fun. I'm scared to see who got all 10 because I feel like somebody's going to get them. They weren't necessarily difficult. I think 2 or 3 of them were probably pretty difficult, but yeah, so lock them in fully, rewind if you need to, but of course, I'm not going to play them again. So let's go ahead and go to the next segment, Scouting Report. This is a new one, by the way. Scouting Report is a new one. So let's go to it.
It's time for the Scouting Report. Key matchups and more for this week's Charlotte sports teams.
All right, so Scouting Report here on the Buzz and Roar Show. Basically, once again, like you heard, we're just previewing a couple of games, but not a couple this time. For the first ever Scouting Report segment, we're just going to be previewing some Carolina Panthers Monday Night Football. How do I think, personally, the Carolina Panthers could be first in the NFC South after this game and win tonight and, number one, be in the playoffs, but number two, once again, be first in the NFC South and also beat the San Francisco 49ers at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time tonight. How do I think it could happen? Well, there's a number of ways. Of course, when this comes out, it will be 8 o'clock when it comes out, so 15 minutes time span, so y'all won't be able to watch this whole thing. But, I will say, there's a huge chance that we could very well win this. Now, here's one key point. I think Brock Purdy has been pretty inconsistent this year. So, to stop the offense from the defensive standpoint, the only thing we need to do to stop the offense, their offense, which is deadly in some situations, it really can be. Brock Purdy is not a bad quarterback. I just think lately he's been pretty inconsistent. And, of course, they have, Christian McCaffrey, they have George Kittle back, they have Sky Moore, who's pretty daggone good. Demarcus Robinson isn't bad either. So, there's this, and Jawan Jennings as well, Kendrick Bourne. It's not names that you hear a lot, but those receivers are pretty good too. And, of course, their O-line isn't really any worse. But I think this team has just been a little inconsistent lately. So I think that we have a great chance to win it, number one, if we can stop Brock Purdy. How do we do that? Well, I think if we limit, how do I say this? If we force him outside the pocket, then I think we will be able to get an edge on defense. And that means, how do I do this? That means so there's let's just say there's 4 defensive linemen here. There's 5 offensive linemen, of course. Let's just say he snaps it off. It's a play action pass. Brock Purdy does. And we want to purposely basically push in so then he runs either right or left on the outside instead of pushing out to keep him in. Because I think that Brock Purdy is really good in the pocket. So I think instead of pushing out and keeping him in the pocket, unlike Michael Penix, because Michael Penix and people like them who we've played in the past, last week, of course, you've seen us our D linemen kind of spread out. Well, I think what we need to do is this time is hem Brock Purdy in. Well, not hem him in, but hem the D lineman in, so then Brock Purdy has to be forced outside. And then usually, based on what I've seen as an analyst, of course, I think I've seen a lot of inconsistency from Brock Purdy's throws in the past when he goes to the outside, or when he goes to the left, or when he goes to the right, or when he is right at the line of scrimmage running forward and he just lobs it forward. Now, I'm not saying he can't. I just think he's a little bit more inconsistent in those areas. So that's number one. I think number two If we can end up doing that, hemming our D lineman in and forcing Brock outside, then I think number 2 would just be we need to keep CMC from getting outside. Because the second CMC gets outside, he is going to do anything in his willpower to absolutely bolt to the end zone, no matter what. I mean, of course, I'm a Panthers fan. I've been a Panthers fan my whole life. I've watched every game just about for I don't even know how long, probably just about my whole life, probably 6.5, 7 years. No pun intended. Please don't comment that or whatever. But, I think that if we can, and I've seen that a lot of his runs are outside. Now, if we do force him outside, so let's say both of those things go well. We force CMC inside, and he has to run inside and try and truck Derek Brown, which is not happening. If we force him inside runs, then they're going to kind of divert from the whole running thing and go to the passing thing. So I think this game they are going to start off with a lot of runs. So first step this game is just keep CMC in. But when they divert from the run and go to the pass because they see we're diverting him in, that's when we kind of bring the inconsistency out of Brock Purdy, force him outside. Then at that point, they really can't do nothing unless Brock Purdy somehow magically gets consistent and accurate outside running, crossbody on the throw, or if CMC just gets a bunch of screen passes, his O-lineman just block perfectly, and CMC just does CMC stuff, okay? So if we can hem CMC in but push Brock Purdy out, then I think that will be a key point into winning this game. Now, on offense, of course, I actually would like to point this out. Of course, people are talking about, oh my gosh, the Panthers, Christian Roseboom, and Trevin Wallace. The Panthers' 2 starting linebackers are out. Here's why I'm not worried about that. Both of these teams, in sort of a sense, not completely, but in sort of a sense, have the same sort of style offense. And Fred Warner and Tatum Bethune are the 2 starters for the 49ers at linebacker, and they're both injured. So both teams have both their starters out, injured, this game. Okay? So we are not going to see any good, I think on offense, with Fred Warner and Tatum Bethune coming out, I think a part of me almost says, although I really want to see Bryce Young get all those deep shots again called from Dave, I think a part of me says, what if we just run the ball with Rico outside? Because their linebackers are out. Unless we run it inside, they really shouldn't be able to stop Rico, especially considering Rico finally has been full practicing and is finally completely healthy. I get he's played the past 2 weeks, but he has been taped up really heavily and has been pretty inconsistent because of that. So I think if we can just run Rico outside, I think Dave's first step is going to be trying to get Rico out. And I feel like that's going to frustrate a lot of people because they're going to be like, oh my gosh, Bryce Young just threw 452 yards, 3 touchdowns, was accurate on almost every one of his passes. The only reason why he missed 11 was because their receivers dropped it. Why are you not calling deep shots? Because their linebackers are out. Okay, you have to take it from a coach's standpoint. You really do. So I think that on offense, we need to see if we can get the running game going. If we can't, then that's when we start doing last week's game plan and start passing it outside. Then on defense, force Brock outside, keep Christian McCaffrey from getting outside. So force CMC inside, keep Brock outside. So I think that's kind of just my key points this game. this is going to be a great game. Of course, I think if everything goes well, this will be a really fun game. I think it'll be a really good game. I think it'll be, once again, a really fun game. I think this really could be I mean, everybody in the world who is an NFL fan just about is watching this, so I'm very excited. But, of course, a little bit nervous because of it. But, yeah, it all depends. Okay, it all depends. Anyways, let's go ahead and go to the next segment. I'm pretty sure this is also a news segment. I may be wrong, but I think it might be. If not, then I apologize. But let's go over to Crunch Time.
Let's finish it off with a look at this week's numbers and stats for what Ethan calls crunch time.
So, I did some thinking. Actually with my friend last night, and I was texting him a bunch of possible scenarios for this Monday Night Football game, and I'm going to read you one quoted text while me and him were watching Sunday Night Football last night, which we really needed the Bucks to lose, and they got demolished. So I thank you for that, Matthew Stafford. But I think this is a kind of huge thing that I should be talking about, so I'm going to talk about it real quick. The Bucks lost. If they won, then we lost. Then we would be 1.5 games behind with too much of the season left to go on a pretty tough schedule. They lost, so we're safe now. We can kind of take a sigh, okay? Of course, there's so much season left to play, but we can still take a sigh. Because let's say if they lose and we lose, then it doesn't technically matter, because that would just mean, of course it does matter, let's not put it that way, but it doesn't matter as much, because that would just mean we're back in the same situation we were last week, only a 0.5 games behind, okay? Now, if they lose, which they did, and we win, if we win tonight, then we would be first in the NFC South. We would be in the playoffs, because whoever leads all the divisions gets the bye, probably number 4 seed in the playoffs too. And it would be, just way more comebackable than if we lost. Why do I say that? Well, let's preview the games. Let's just hypothetically say we beat the 49ers tonight, get a crazy upset. That'll make us 7-5. Now, let's be realistic here. The Los Angeles Rams are on a tear right now. I don't personally know how, but they are 9-2. They are looking to absolutely dominate, maybe even win another Super Bowl if they can. So let's be real here. I think we're going to lose it. I hope it's not by too much, but I think we're going to lose it. So we win the first one, lose the second one, going into the bye week. Week 14 bye week, that's the last bye week in the league. So that would put us 7-6 going into the bye week. Depending on if the Bucks lose or win the next couple games, and that would actually put us either still first in the NFC South or second again, but that's besides the point. Then let's say we're 7-6, we beat the Saints. We get revenge, we go to the Saints, we beat them. We have 3 games left, we're 8-6. The problem with this is that we play the Bucks twice and the Seahawks once. If we can either beat the Bucks twice, which is based on past experience as a Panthers fan, most likely not going to happen. So let's just say we beat them once. And then they beat us once. So we're 8-6, 9-7. If we can beat the Seattle Seahawks coming in to Charlotte, then that would put us 10-7. And we would definitely be in the playoffs at 10-7. So that would be best case scenario. Worst case scenario is, of course, we'll lose all the games, but let's be realistic here. We're probably not, based on what I've seen, we're probably not going to lose every single game the rest of the year, okay? Even if we just win one, we're not going to lose every single game, okay? Now, let's say we lose tonight and then lose the next week. So that would make us 6-7. Okay, 6-7 going into the bye week. Then at the Saints week 15, we get the dub. 6-6. Then Bucks, we lose 6-6. No. 7-7, then 7-8. Then Seahawks, we lose 7-9. Then we beat the or we might just beat the Seahawks, so it's 8-8. Then Bucks would be 8-9. That's worst case scenario in my opinion. I think worst case scenario for the Panthers right now is probably 8-9 if everything goes well, but we still don't do the best we could have. So like it's not the best of the goes well, if that makes sense. Then I think 8-9 record would be the case. Now, once again, if literally everything goes wrong, like if everybody gets hurt, Bryce Young injures his ankle again, Chuba Hubbard is hurt, Rico Dowdle is hurt, Derek Brown's out for 2 seasons. If everything goes wrong, I don't think we're even winning one of those games, and I think that we lose, and that's it, okay? So, I think right now my predictions for the rest of the year would be 8-9, 9-8, or 10-7. I think that is a reasonable spot to put it. I don't think 11-6, only losing one game, is a reasonable spot to put it. I think the most we're going to get is 10-7. But considering our schedule, it almost makes me think, what if we just say 9-8 just for safety? You know what I mean? But, it's just, there's a lot of scenarios to think of because, we seem to be so clutch against big, really good teams. But, I honestly don't know what to think about this Panthers team right now because, sometimes it's the best team in the league, then sometimes it's terrible. So, really, you can't really say anything until we just watch tomorrow, okay? You cannot say nothing until we just watch tomorrow. Anyways, let's go into the final segment, which, for the record, let's just go into the final segment. I'll tell you what I was going to say in a second.
There's 2 minutes on the clock. Let's do some fast-paced, hot Charlotte sports takes in under 2 minutes. How many will Ethan make? I don't know. It's worth finding out. Is he the hot take king? Let's go.
All right, guys, so this is the last segment of the day before we leave. I would like to put this out there. I got a lot of comments and just people texting me personally who listen saying they loved the 2-minute drill, okay? They loved the 2-minute drill, 2 minutes on the clock, blah, blah, blah. So, I was just checking to see if the timer works. So, that is exactly what we're doing again today. Hopefully, I can keep this video under 35 minutes. It will definitely be. Holy moly, it's only at 27 minutes. That is a success, guys. Give me a round of applause for being smart. See, that is why I made the new format. Give me a round of applause because that is why I made the new format in the first place, to make the episodes shorter, and now it's actually a watchable video. Anyways, I am very proud of myself. I did not realize I kept this under 30 minutes until now. It'll be over 30 minutes by the end of this if I stop talking. Golly, jeez. I talk a lot. I'm sorry. That is why I want to be a sports analyst. Okay, 2-minute drill. 3, 2, drum roll, 1. I'm the hot take king, baby. Let's go. Start the timer. Oh, I clicked the wrong button. Start the timer. Okay, 2 minutes on the clock. So, first take is this. Hornets, if they really want to get better, I think personally, now a lot of people are going to hate me for this. This is probably the hottest hot take I have on here. They should trade LaMelo. He's holding us back. I think he is nowhere close this season as good as Con Knippel. And fun fact, he has still not played 2 games in a row for this team. Okay, and I keep talking to my friend about this, or to my dad about this, or to my brother about this, and they never agree with me because they're like, okay, but he's a superstar, and when he does play, he's good. Listen, I don't care if you are LeBron James or whether you are Bill Bob down the street, okay? If you cannot play more than 30 games a year just about, or it at least feels like, if you cannot play more than 40, let's say 40 because he did play less than 40 a couple years back. If you cannot play more than 40 games a year, leave. I don't want you. I do not want you because you are holding us back. You should not be on the team because it's holding us back so much that it really just, we don't deserve that take. I mean, I think that it's really holding us back a lot, and many people are so sad about it, and I get that. I mean, you probably should be sad about it, but I think Con Knippel's doing so good that I think it would be worth it. I think Con Knippel is the next superstar of this team. That's the second point. Con Knippel will win Rookie of the Year. Con Knippel is insane. He's averaging like 30 points a game, or at least definitely feels like it. I think he's averaging like 23 or 24. He is the number one candidate for Rookie of the Year this year, and he is definitely winning it. Okay, if he keeps this up, this could be the best Rookie of the Year season ever. And then third take is this, 10 seconds left. If everything goes well, the Panthers will win by 10 tonight. 10 points. It's very possible. Both teams are out of their starting linebackers, and all the Panthers really need to do to win is stop CMC, considering Brock Purdy's inconsistency. Oh my gosh. I got 3 takes in. How did y'all like it? 2-minute drill is over, baby. All right. I need to go feed my dogs. It's 4:10. I should have fed them like 15, 20 minutes ago. Anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. Let me take this timer off the screen. Buzz and Roar Show is over. Monday Night Football is almost here. Thanks for hanging out on the Buzz and Roar Show. If you're more sports stuff from Charlotte to anywhere else that throws a ball, check out my YouTube channel. Capital E, Ethan, capital T, the capital B broadcaster. And hey, if you're already watching this on YouTube, welcome. You're in the right place. If you're listening somewhere else like Spotify, go and hit subscribe on YouTube too. It's like the same thing, but with more visuals and less background noise. Let's go, boys. That will do it for the Buzz and Roar Show. Hit subscribe so you don't miss out. Once again, stay tuned for that college football playoff series. A lot of big-time special guests are coming on, Kay, and I'm very excited about it. Possibly some sponsors, too. I'm getting something worked out right now. It won't be big sponsors, but I mean, whatever. That's besides the point. Once again, I'm not trying to reveal anything. It's going to be huge, though. This will grow the podcast, hopefully millions, but I don't know. It's probably not going to be that much. Hopefully. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hit subscribe. Or don't. I'm not your boss. See you next time on the Buzz and Roar Show, baby. Let's get that dub in San Fran tonight.
Thanks for listening to Buzz and Roar. We talk about sports, all kinds of sports. If you like the show, hit subscribe or follow. We'll be back soon with more stuff to share. Thanks again, and see you next time.